Guitars sound differently when they're either capoed at different frets or open without a capo. This, for example, is a tinkly sound. You get a 7th fret capo. I don't usually go much higher than that, but it's kind of a nice tinkly sound. The 5th fret was one, I think that's where Here Comes the Sun is done. It might be the 6th, but anyway. It wouldn't sound as good open, like, it'd sound all right, but not as ethereal. So I tend to like the 5th fret. Often it'll put it in a key you can sing. I have a very limited vocal range, and so it kind of helps me sometimes to put a capo on. But Jethro Tull had 3 or 4 really nice acoustic pieces on their Aqualung album alone, and they used capo. Mother Goose, and it just doesn't sound the same with the capo at a different fret or open. And so try capos. If you write a song, just try it anyway. Just even if you can sing it, just to see if the guitar sounds better. Try the 3rd fret, the 4th fret, the 5th fret, 7th fret. You can go higher, but I don't recommend it. 4th fret works good because then you got the dots. Like for the G on the same place, it would be open if you want to use that for a reference. I don't really need it, but 5th fret kind of throws some people off because the dots are in a different place than they're used to. So I highly recommend capo to help save a song you can't sing, or to give it a nice tinkly guitar sound. Hey. When it came to learning fingerpicking, the most important thing was not just learning to play a melody and a bass line at the same time, but to learning that those things exist, that is it. I thought it was a cacophony of notes. Say, for example, Roundabout. It has a good little intro piece, minimally semi-classical. Well, I just thought, I didn't know what was going on around that. I thought it was just a whole bunch of patterns. But no, there's the bass. So, first of all, if you don't know, if you're a beginner, there are 2 things going on. Just like piano player, right hand and left hand, they're doing different things. The brain can separate it. I first was just plagued by this Badfinger song. Sometimes there's a transition where 3 guitars are going crazy. And to me, it was all one guitar, just the astounding combinations of notes. And my cousin JG, the brilliant guitarist, said, no, just slow down, separate them. There's 3 guitars there. Listen to each part separately. And then it did. It made sense. There's other songs that have done the same thing to me. And you just have to break it down into a melody and a bass line and learn them one at a time if you have to. I can now hear how to do it. And it makes sense because in a way it's chords, especially in Roundabout. It's very easy. It's just a D chord and some fingerings. C. It's a G but with a B bass and a D melody. A minor. G again. F sharp minor, E. Nothing to it once you know that there are 2 paths to follow. So that's the thing that was my breakthrough for fingerpicking. And then it could lead to more bluesy things. So just separating the two, there's bass lines and the melody, but they're based out of chords, often. So unless you're Tommy Emmanuel, then you can just go nuts, or Leo Kottke. Okay, there, split up your bass line and your melody. Company.